Let's continue getting to our party members.
My life. I will.
Questions? Nope. You're done. Okay. Let's go chat up Mira, why don't we?
Yeah, something wrong? Grenades? I didn't think Jedi used grenades.
When you're fighting for your life, you use what's at hand.
Well, I don't like to use them unless they're C5 concussion spheres or the Merson cryoban pellets. Sonic screamers aren't too bad either, just don't use them on a Bith.
Why not?
It makes their head explode like a melon. And don't do it to a Celestine either. Makes their ears bleed and they gibber twice as fast.
I'll keep that in mind. Can I get some from you?
Alright. Keep your robes on. Here you go. Shoot.
Alright. Talked with her about everything we can.
Talk? About what?
Just want to get you to know a little better.
Why, you trying to be my father? Are you sure you're a Jedi? Look, I mean, besides...
Yep.
Alright. It's all this trap. I'd rather we... Yeah. Well, it's gotta... Yeah, well... No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself. Go ahead.
Need more influence with this girl. Just don't have what it takes just yet. Alright, what we got here? KotOR, let's chat with him.
Yes. Is there something you have come to offer me?
I'm going to talk to you about your operations in Nar Shaddaa.
As anxious as I am to give away all my trade secrets, you will understand if I choose not to answer such questions.
Considering I saved you, you could be more grateful.
The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And, of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture field is activated.
I had some questions for you.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
You want me to save the Republic, but how is that possible?
There are several factors, all of which affect each other. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political resolution on Onderon, and the unification of a religious power base in the galaxy, either Jedi or Sith.
Is there anything you can do to help those systems and the people, either with information or resources?
The destruction of my yacht and of all my activities on Nar Shaddaa carry a cost that would take you several lifetimes to pay back. But perhaps the offer of credits will spur you to act quicker, more decisively. I am not unsympathetic to such greed. For every system you stabilize, I will reward you for your efforts.
Cool. I'll do what has to be done, no matter the cost.
See that you do not disappoint me.
Let's hear what needs to be done so I can get some credits.
There is the stabilization of...
Tell me about Dantooine.
Dantooine is a vital resupply point for the Republic. If its stability is compromised, then the Republic will lose control over many outlying worlds, and they will become a haven for raiders and smugglers. The economic loss from such outer worlds is greater than the Republic is aware of. If the matter is not corrected, then it shall fall.
What's the situation on Onderon?
Onderon is an outer rim world, rich in ecological resources. Its aggressive ecology is capable of bringing devastated worlds back to life. It is currently experiencing a political schism split between two forces. One must triumph for the planet to be stabilized.
What about the restoration efforts on Telos?
Telos is instrumental to the stability of the Republic. Its success or failure will dictate the economic forecasts of many other worlds. Of course, since the destruction of the Paragas facility, the the odds of the Telos restoration project being successfully completed is close to 0.
It was necessary to destroy the planet to stop the Sith.
I hope you do not decide that the next thing that must be destroyed to stop the Sith is the galaxy itself. Perhaps one must ask themselves at what point defending your religious ideals is advantageous to the Republic as a whole. As long as your defense does not exterminate more than 50% of those you intend to help, is that acceptable?
I'm getting tired of being blamed for Paragas.
Then stop causing events of planetary destruction. You are a walking catastrophe, and you are not making saving the Republic any easier.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault.
Of course it was. If you had not gone there, the facility would not have been destroyed. If you had simply surrendered to the Sith, then all of that violence would have been unnecessary.
It wasn't an option either.
I hope you do not decide perhaps as long.
And other questions.
You may speak.
Where's your base of operations?
Now, that would be telling. For now, my presence must remain a secret, and it may remain that way forever.
And other questions.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
What capabilities does your droid possess?
It has been assigned to guard and protect you. As such, it is well suited for a variety of tasks. It is skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series of select skills that will make it an effective killing machine. For the most part, it will follow your orders unless they conflict with mine.
And if they do?
Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no negotiation in this. I will not allow you to interfere with my operations and plans.
What skills does it have?
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized opponents to randomize their defensive and offensive protocols. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to enter places undetected in reconnaissance mode.
Those can all prove an asset. Good to have you standing with us. Floating with us.
How droll. What an amusing Jedi specimen you are. You may speak.
Do you know anything about the HK droids sent out to me?
The assassin droids. I have encountered some, purchased the service of others.
Why are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some time.
Do you know where they're coming from?
If you mean produced, no, I do not. I do know that there are a surprising number scattered throughout the Republic fleet searching for you. What they will do now that you are found is easy to predict.
What are they doing in the Republic fleet?
They are masquerading as protocol droids. I have discovered that when they are used in negotiations, they have a predictable pattern of sabotaging whatever peace treaties they are involved with.
Why doesn't the Republic know?
Because the Republic has no reason to investigate otherwise, and any discovery of their true purpose has been concealed by well-timed accidents.
Why haven't you acted on this information?
Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and Republic bombardment.
Are they going to keep coming after me?
Of course they are. They're droids with very specific protocols that, unless changed, will dictate their movements. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured or terminated. Why don't you ask their predecessor? That archaic, memory-impaired assassination droid will know more about his subsequent generations than I would.
And other questions?
I am willing to...
On the yacht, you mentioned Revan, but Revan sought to destroy the Republic.
A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities.
But why? Revan had limitless forces.
I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the Sith. And that is why Revan left many military production facilities in the Republic intact.
But why? Revan wouldn't need to conquer anything else once the Republic was beaten.
That is what occupies my calculations as well. I believe that Revan saw a war on another front that we did not, or saw the value in keeping a strong military force.
Do you know where Revan got his forces?
That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon which to build an answer. It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, production ceased completely. It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
What about Malak?
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage. Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. He had foresight in his conquest, a subtlety that Malak did not possess.
That's some other questions for you.
I speak.
Because it's everything. Nice. Dark side points, yay. Get a little influence with them, so let's see if we
What have you brought
open
me?
up some of these other options.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
A lot of the operations on Nar Shaddaa were carried out by droids.
So, they are known qualities. I also use them on board my ship for defense. But that in itself means little. I assure you, I am as flesh and blood as you are. I simply find personal meetings distasteful.
Those freighters were being hijacked by droids.
Perhaps, though if you seek to trick me into an admission of my guilt, then you have thought wrong.
The droid the Bazak Den was built to play, to lose, and to watch the other players.
Perhaps I used such a droid to watch and predict the flow of the games. Yes, you are very perceptive.
The swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa was being dominated by a droid.
Ah, yes. Swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa does indeed have its profits. But that in itself means little. I assure you, I am as flesh and blood as you are.
That Bith off the docks, who was murdered by his droid after he found that frequency was being used all over the moon to relay information.
It is so unfortunate when an intelligent sentient dies on Nar Shaddaa. It is also unfortunate that thousands die such deaths on the smuggler's moon every day.
I think you use droids in your operations because you are a droid.
Indeed. How insulting. But I suppose I should accept such arrogance from an ex-Jedi. Now, is there something else you wish to know, or do you wish to waste more of my time?
I wanted to ask you about Vaga.
What about him? I am certain you would know more about his activities than I would. I warn you, once you deal with the Hutts, they will always have a hold over you. But I am certain that in your short-sightedness, such eventualities do not bother you. You may...
Relic, base of operations, abilities. Don't have quite enough influence with him yet, though. Give him to admit he's a droid was pretty freaking obvious. Alright, what's that you gotta say?
I heard you making friends with the bounty hunter. I don't blame you. She's a scrapper. You don't survive on Nar Shaddaa for very long if you aren't.
Did you know Mira Atten?
I've known people like her. Maybe without the rocket launchers, but sort of the same. Maybe without the plunging neckline and the boots. I wouldn't let anything she says bother you. It's a wonder you cracked her attitude at all. She's cold as the ship's hull.
I had some questions.
All right. Something up?
I want to teach you some of the forms I've learned. There we go.
All right. But I tell you, I think you're carrying this teacher thing too far. Got it. Something up?
Teach you more techniques.
All right, I'm game. What did you want to show me? All right, I think I've got it. Something up?
Questions?
All right.
Alright. So Atten's all up speed. Why isn't here? I don't think. Mira, we already decided we need more influence with. Go to.
Yes.